Forget the brochures and the marketing for a minute. If you had to choose just one Harley-Davidson to represent the entire 120-year legacy of the motor company, which one would it be? Would it be the bike that won a war, the one that defined a counterculture, or the machine that forced the entire industry to catch up? Today, we're not just listing motorcycles, we're ranking legends. We're counting down the 13 machines that didn't just sell, they mattered. This is the definitive list of the top 13 best Harley-Davidsons ever made. Number 13. Harley-Davidson FLH Superglide. When the world wanted conformity, Harley built rebellion. The 1971 FLH Superglide wasn't just another model off the line, it was a spark that lit an entire movement. Designed by Willie G. Davidson, this machine blended the brawn of Harley's big twin FLH with the agility of a Sportster front end. The result was the first true factory custom, a motorcycle that carried the spirit of the garage-built chopper straight from the showroom floor. Its boat-tail rear fender turned heads for all the right and wrong reasons. Some riders loved its daring lines, others couldn't make sense of it, but nobody ignored it. That polarizing look has aged into legend, and today original examples are among the most coveted Harleys on the collector market. The FLH Superglide wasn't built to please everyone. It was built to prove that style, power, and individuality could live in the same frame. Beneath the shine lived pure attitude. The big twin engine pulsed with torque, the chassis felt raw and responsive, and every ride carried that sense of American defiance Harley is famous for. Back then, it sold for just over $2,000. Now, pristine survivors trade hands for many times that, proof that its rebellious spirit still holds value half a century later. The FLH Superglide was rebellion on two wheels, proof that Harley could bottle raw attitude straight from the factory. But rebellion alone doesn't make a legend. To be the best, a Harley has to do more than turn heads. It has to conquer highways. And that's exactly what the next machine did when it changed long-distance riding forever. Number 12. Harley-Davidson Electra Glide. Every great brand has a turning point, and for Harley-Davidson, it came in 1965 with the Electra Glide. This was the bridge between old-school muscle and modern convenience, the moment when raw power met real-world practicality. It was the final year of the legendary Panhead engine and the first Harley big twin ever fitted with an electric starter. With one press of a button, riders no longer had to wrestle a kick pedal to life. It was freedom refined. At its core beat a 74 cubic inch overhead valve V-twin, breathing through aluminum heads and high compression pistons that gave the bike a proud 58 horsepower. The new 12-volt electrical system brought brighter lights, steadier performance, and dependability that matched its touring spirit. Its bold script across the fender said Electra Glide, and for many that name became shorthand for Harley comfort and cross-country confidence. Collectors today know its worth. Well-kept originals often fetch upward of $27,000, and for good reason. This motorcycle didn't just carry riders across America, it carried Harley into the future. But some riders didn't want a throne, they wanted a time machine. So Harley went back to its roots, crafting a bike that looked like the past, but rode like the future. The result was one of the most beloved silhouettes in motorcycling history. Number 11. Harley-Davidson Softail. Some motorcycles chase trends, the Softail created one. When Harley unveiled it in 1984, the world saw a motorcycle that looked straight out of the 1950s, but rode like a dream from the future. It was the perfect illusion. The clean, rigid lines of a hardtail hiding a secret pair of shocks beneath the frame. That hidden suspension, first envisioned by engineer Bill Davis a decade earlier, redefined what a cruiser could be. Harley bought his design, refined it, and the FXST Softail was born. Elegant, comfortable, and unmistakably American. From the Shovelhead's grumble to the Evolution's reliability and the modern Milwaukee 8's thunder, the Softail has carried Harley's heartbeat through generations. Each version kept that signature stance, long, low, and timeless, but delivered smoother comfort, stronger torque, and an ever deeper rumble. Riders loved it because it gave them the best of both worlds, the nostalgic beauty of the past with the comfort and performance of the present. If you're feeling this journey, hit that like, hype us up in the comments with what you think defines a true Harley, and don't forget to subscribe, because you don't want to miss a single chapter. Your engagement keeps us riding harder, digging deeper, and bringing you the ultimate word on motorcycle icons. The Softail was Harley's magic trick. It looked rigid, old school, and tough, yet secretly cushioned by modern suspension. It revived the timeless hardtail silhouette without sacrificing ride quality. But while it perfected the illusion of vintage comfort, not everyone wanted hidden engineering. Some riders longed for a bike that showed its swagger, wide, loud, unmistakably proud. So Harley stretched out the frame, widened the fork, and gave birth to a machine that looked straight out of a custom dream. Number 10. Harley-Davidson Dyna Wide Glide. If the Softail was refined rebellion, the Dyna Wide Glide was raw attitude on two wheels. Born in the early 1980s, it became the modern chopper straight from the factory. No hacksaws, no welders, just that unmistakable outlaw stance ready to roll. Its raked-out front end, skinny 21-inch wheel, and tall ape hangers screamed freedom before you even hit the starter. Built on the Dyna frame, the Wide Glide introduced rubber-mounted engines that tamed vibration without softening the sole. It rode smoother, handled tighter, and still shook the ground like a proper Harley should. Under the tank, the twin-cam 96 V-twin thundered with roughly 80 horses and 92 pound-feet of torque, enough muscle to turn every green light into temptation. What made it unforgettable wasn't just the power, but the personality. The Wide Glide invited customization like few others. Taller bars, louder pipes, brighter flames. It was a blank canvas for riders who saw their motorcycle as an extension of themselves. Today, used Wide Glides from the 90s to the 2000s remain highly sought after, prized for their mix of heritage and hooligan charm. Still, all that stance and steel came with trade-offs. Less finesse, more flash. Some riders started craving something leaner, a model with the same Harley heart, but designed for agility and approachability. So the focus shifted from custom swagger to everyday rideability, from heavy metal to something lighter, quicker, and far more iconic. And the next Harley didn't need flash to prove itself. It was lean, raw, and built with one mission: to bring Harley heritage to everyone who ever dreamed of owning one. Number 9. Harley-Davidson Sportster. The Harley-Davidson Sportster isn't just a motorcycle. It's a heartbeat that's echoed through American motorcycling for nearly 70 years. When it launched in 1957, it was Harley's bold answer to the nimble British twins dominating the streets. What followed was the birth of a legend, light, fast, and built to be ridden hard. The Sportster's stripped-down silhouette and fierce attitude defined rebellion for generations, from cafe racers to club patches. Through every ERA, the Sportster evolved, but never forgot its roots. From the Ironhead and Evolution engines to the game-changing Revolution Max, it's always carried that signature punch and unmistakable sound. The modern 2025 Sportster S takes that spirit to the edge. A liquid-cooled Revolution Max 12 150T engine cranks out over 120 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque. That's serious power packed into a sleek, muscular frame that rides like a dream, yet still looks every inch a Harley. Starting just under $17,000, the Sportster S delivers modern tech without sacrificing heritage, a rare balance of grit and polish. It's not simply a model, it's a movement that's outlasted trends and defined freedom on two wheels. But the best ever list isn't about underdogs, it's about icons. So when Harley rolled out its next heavyweight, it wasn't chasing accessibility, it was building a symbol of strength that would dominate both road and pop culture. Number 8. Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. Few motorcycles have ever made an entrance like the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. When it rolled out in 1990, it didn't just join the Harley lineup. It changed the image of American muscle on two wheels. With its solid disc wheels, broad front end, and unmistakable stance, the Fat Boy was unapologetically bold. It carried the kind of road presence that didn't ask for attention. It demanded it. Underneath that sculpted metal sat the Evolution V-twin, an air-cooled powerhouse delivering torque that felt endless and smooth. But what really made the Fat Boy a cultural phenomenon was its starring role in Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Watching Arnold Schwarzenegger ride one through the streets cemented it as the ultimate symbol of strength and rebellion. Overnight, the Fat Boy became more than a motorcycle. It became an icon of cool. Modern versions keep that legend alive, now powered by the Milwaukee 8 114 engine, producing effortless thrust and a surprisingly refined ride. Prices start around $21,000, and pristine early models often fetch collector-level attention. It's heavy, it's handsome, and it's Harley at full stride. built not for subtlety, but for domination. But while it dominated city streets and silver screens, some riders wanted more than looks. They wanted heritage, history, and hands-on craftsmanship that spoke to the soul of the brand. To find that, we have to rewind to the post-war years, a time when Harley's engineering took a bold leap forward with an engine that would shape decades to come. That is exactly what brings the next Harley into the stage. Number 7, Harley-Davidson Panhead. When the Harley-Davidson Panhead arrived in 1948, it became more than a new model. It was a symbol of America hitting the open road again after the war. Returning soldiers craved freedom and speed, and the Panhead delivered both in roaring V-twin rhythm. Its brand new overhead valve engine, dressed in those distinctive pan-shaped rocker covers, didn't just look unique. It ran cooler, cleaner, and stronger than anything Harley had built before. Riders suddenly had the confidence to chase horizons without worrying about breakdowns, and that changed everything. Offered in 61 and 74 cubic inch displacements, the Panhead's hydraulic Hydra Glide front forks and improved oil circulation made long-distance cruising smooth and dependable. It was the perfect machine for the new era of American highways, a companion built to eat miles and carry dreams. Pop culture embraced it too. Elvis Presley owned one, Jerry Lee Lewis sang about them, and Peter Fonda rode one straight into legend in Easy Rider. Today, a pristine Panhead can command over $30,000, proving that some machines never lose their shine. It's not just metal and chrome, it's the heartbeat of post-war America. Yet even the Panhead couldn't satisfy Harley's hunger for dominance on every front. Street credibility was one thing, but proving strength on the racetrack? That was another challenge altogether. And to conquer that arena, Harley built the next machine, faster, lighter, and ready to leave its rivals in the dust. Number 6, Harley-Davidson XR-750. Some motorcycles are built to ride, others are built to dominate. The Harley-Davidson XR-750 was born for the latter. Introduced in 1970 to conquer the dirt ovals of American flat track racing, this machine didn't just compete, it rewrote the rulebook. Its 748 cubic inch air-cooled V-twin, packed around 80 horsepower, channeled through a razor-sharp 4-speed gearbox and a steel twin-loop frame that handled like a predator on the hunt. When Harley swapped the cast-iron heads for aluminum in 1972, the bike became nearly untouchable. Lighter, cooler, and more balanced, the XR-750 went on to claim 28 of 37 AMA Grand National Championships, a record no other machine has ever touched. On the track, it was unstoppable. Off the track, it became legend, thanks to daredevil Evel Knievel soaring over rows of buses and into American folklore astride one. Collectors still chase this champion. Well-kept originals from the 70s can command between $35,000 and $60,000, while pristine race-spec examples fetch far more. The XR-750 proved Harley's grit on the racetrack, a purebred flat-track monster that dominated for decades and showed the world that Milwaukee could do speed as well as style. It was light, loud, and legendary, but it was also single-minded. Built for the track, not for the long haul, it thrilled racers but left road riders wanting more comfort, more presence, more power for the open highway. And so Harley went back to the drawing board, not to chase trophies but to crown a king of the road. And the result, we're just about to see it next. Number 5, Harley-Davidson FLH Electra Glide. When Harley-Davidson unveiled the FLH Electra Glide in 1965, it wasn't just launching a motorcycle, it was crowning a monarch. This was the first Harley to feature an electric starter, a small change that made a massive impact, symbolizing a new era of convenience and refinement. For touring riders, it meant one thing: freedom at the push of a button. Beneath that now iconic Batwing fairing, roared Harley's shovelhead V-twin, displacing 1,340 cubic centimeters and producing roughly 67 horsepower. At nearly 760 pounds, the Electra Glide was built for stability, not sprinting. A road king meant to cross states with calm authority. Its large tank, footboards, and plush seating gave it long-distance grace, while the deep rolling exhaust note turned every stretch of highway into its throne room. Collectors today still prize original FLHs, with late 60s and 70s examples fetching between $12,000 and $25,000, while modern Electra Glides, including the 2021 FLH Revival, carry the torch with advanced suspension, cruise control, and the Milwaukee 8 engine. With the FLH Electra Glide, Harley turned long-distance travel into a royal experience. Big engines, big fairings, and the confidence to cross states without fatigue. It was the bike that made the open road feel like home. But for some, its sheer size was intimidating. The throne felt a little too tall, the weight a little too heavy. That's when Harley looked backward, to an engine that started it all and rediscovered the timeless beauty of simplicity. So let's take a look at the Knucklehead. Number 4, Harley-Davidson Knucklehead. If there's one machine that turned Harley-Davidson from a motorcycle company into a legend, it's the Knucklehead. Debuting in 1936, right in the heart of the Great Depression, this bike wasn't just a technical upgrade, it was a lifeline that carried Harley into the modern era. It introduced the company's first production overhead valve V-twin engine, a 61 to 74 cubic inch marvel that produced roughly 40 horsepower, numbers that made riders' jaws drop in its day. Those signature bulging rocker boxes gave the engine its nickname, Knucklehead, and its artful design reflected the confidence of pre-war America. With Springer front forks, chrome detailing, and the elegant Comet tank emblem, it was as beautiful as it was bold. Every line seemed to shout that motorcycling was about more than transportation. It was about identity, speed, and pride. Collectors today treasure original Knuckleheads with well-preserved models, often selling for $30,000 to $45,000 or more. Its influence is timeless. Every big twin Harley since has carried a trace of its DNA. The Knucklehead didn't just pave the road for Harley-Davidson, it became the road. Yet as revolutionary as it was, the Knucklehead still carried the DNA of early American engineering, strong but rooted in the past. The world was changing fast, and Harley needed something that could stand shoulder to shoulder with modern machines. Something sleek, daring, and designed for a new century. That is where the next giant comes in. Number 3, Harley-Davidson V-Rod. When Harley-Davidson unveiled the V-Rod, it wasn't just launching a motorcycle, it was rewriting its own rulebook. This machine was Harley's bold leap into the 21st century, created in partnership with Porsche engineers to develop the revolutionary 1,250 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled Revolution V-twin engine. Delivering 122 horsepower and capable of revving far higher than any Harley before it, the V-Rod proved that Milwaukee muscle could compete with modern performance cruisers while still echoing the deep rumble riders love. Visually, the V-Rod was a stunner. A low, stretched frame, hydroformed chassis, and a massive 240mm rear tire gave it an unmistakable drag-inspired silhouette. With Brembo brakes, inverted forks, and a refined suspension setup, it handled corners and straights with equal confidence. Initially controversial among purists, the V-Rod ultimately became a cult classic, admired for its mix of futuristic style and unmistakable Harley soul. Today, used V-Rods range from $7,000 to $15,000, while the 2025 rebooted V-Rod promises to revive the legend with starting prices around $22,000. The V-Rod was that bold leap. With a Porsche-developed engine and drag-inspired lines, it shattered every preconception of what a Harley could be. It was fast, futuristic, and fearless. But in chasing performance and modern design, some felt Harley had strayed too far from its soul, too liquid-cooled, too European, too refined. So the company struck back with a machine that brought it all home again, a motorcycle that married brute American muscle with the warm familiarity of chrome and tradition. Number 2, Harley-Davidson FLSTF Softail Fat Boy. The Harley-Davidson Fat Boy stands as one of the most recognizable and beloved motorcycles in Harley's storied history. Since its debut in 1990, this muscular cruiser has embodied American power, style, and attitude. With its wide stance, solid disc wheels, and commanding presence, the Fat Boy instantly became an icon, cemented in pop culture by appearances in films like Terminator 2, Judgment Day. The 2025 Fat Boy continues this legendary lineage with the Milwaukee 8 117 engine, a 1,923 cubic centimeter powerhouse that delivers relentless torque and smooth acceleration. Despite its raw muscle, the Fat Boy offers modern refinement with improved suspension, advanced braking, and a comfortable, vibration-free ride. Its hidden monoshock rear suspension maintains that classic hardtail silhouette, blending old-school aesthetics with modern engineering precision. In terms of value, used Fat Boys from the 2010s typically range between $15,000 and $25,000, depending on condition and customization. The latest 2025 models start around $22,599, reaffirming its premium status among Harley's lineup. The Fat Boy earns its spot near the top because it perfectly balances heritage and innovation. A bold cruiser that captures the essence of freedom, individuality, and timeless design. Yet for all its charisma, even the Fat Boy had a shadow. It stood on the shoulders of giants. Every legend has its origin, every icon its ancestor. And to understand where all this heritage began, you have to travel back more than a century, to the motorcycle that started the entire Harley story. Number 1. Harley-Davidson, 1915, Model 11F. At the very top of our list sits the Harley-Davidson, 1915 Model 11F, the motorcycle that truly changed everything. In an era when motorcycling was still finding its identity, Harley stepped ahead of the pack with the revolutionary 11F. Powered by a 30 cubic inch, 191 cubic centimeter F-head V-twin, producing 11 horsepower, it offered a remarkable leap in performance for its time. The introduction of Harley's first 3-speed countershaft gearbox transformed the riding experience, giving riders newfound control and versatility that set new industry standards. The 11F wasn't just powerful, it was advanced. It featured an automatic oil pump, a coil spring front suspension, and a strengthened frame ready to handle a sidecar. Combined with Harley's distinctive coffin-style gas tank, the design balanced utility and elegance perfectly. Selling nearly 10,000 units in 1915 at $275, about $7,500 today, the Model 11F became the company's best-selling motorcycle of that era. Over a century later, surviving examples are rare treasures. Restored models can command between $80,000 and $100,000 at auction, reflecting their historical and mechanical significance. The Harley-Davidson 1915 Model 11F is more than a motorcycle. It's the foundation of Harley's legacy, a timeless symbol of innovation, endurance, and American craftsmanship that paved the way for every great Harley that followed. And that is why every model that came after, from the Fat Boy to the V-Rod, still carries a spark of the 11F's pioneering spirit. And if these legendary machines have fired up your passion for true American engineering, we're happy to tell you. We've got even more thunder waiting for you. So click on the next video, like, hype, and subscribe to get more deep dives into the bikes that shaped history, the rides that defined freedom, and the machines that will make your heart race all over again.